Hey Kathy, how are you? I'm feeling better today. I woke up feeling a little bit better today. It's good. I'm still a little fatigued though. Whatever. Normally I am fine if I get sick. I took Dad into my place on Saturday because he wasn't getting rehabbed and such, and he has dementia. Watching after him, and I didn't get much sleep, and I felt it coming on then. And so I think instead of sleeping it off like I normally would have done, it floored me. It was bad. It was a bad one. How are you doing? And then I got him sick, which that's not good. What are you gonna do? I got my mom sick. It's just weird I never get sick. In fact, I don't think I've been sick in like almost 2 years. I wasn't expecting it either. It's like it's going into summer. I mean, the heck. color wheel. Had it for years now, but now I look at it, it makes sense. Yeah. So like, for example, color charts and such, I never learned that way. I never learned any formulaic way of mixing colors. I was simply fortunate enough to have teachers that told me that what I was doing was retarded at the time and I need to get the color right. You know, I wouldn't be convinced that, for example, if I did a flesh tone that color was automatically right. I, in fact, always assumed it was wrong, so I was constantly striving to get it better and spend hours mixing. It was hard, but eventually you get it, and then you find yourself just getting the color. Like sometimes I'm like, oh, well, that's too green, and then I'll just offset that. I won't need to say, oh, well, add red because red's the opposite of green. It kind of just happens naturally. You don't think about it. Yeah, so. Hey, Hammy, I hope you're doing well. Go camping. Ooh, camping time, Hammy time. All right, Hammy. Have fun, Hammy. Be safe. Don't forget your shotgun, okay? You gotta be safe when you're camping. Well, Val, if you're there, which you're probably not, you're probably playing games right now, which I envy you and screw you, by the way, because I can't. My life is over. My life is over. Good, you're still there. I like this music. Requires a sad story. It's really nothing good that came out of this whole entire situation, except Blizzard revealing their true colors and making me a victim again. Don't really have much hope for the future. Don't know how you beat such a behemoth. I don't know, Val. I don't know. Circus and I were trying to figure out how to bring the company down from the inside. We don't know. We have plans, but I feel like we're nipping at the heels of just a dick. I'm so mad. Whatever. Some days you win, some days you lose. And I lost. I lost big. Right? Clouds. It's a funny thing. Clouds, they appear whether you're sad or not sad, and if you're not sad, they make you sad. So, there's nothing really good about them. People like to say, well, you can look and find funny shapes in them. So came the dirt. Your head's always down, looking, walking. Find shapes in the dirt. Right? Screw the clouds. But the clouds move, so does the dirt when you're walking. Head down, right? If you don't want to walk, you can stare at a wall, and I guarantee you from experience, Todd really got to. Not Todd didn't get to me. Todd didn't get to me. He's more of a manifestation of everything that is wrong in this dreary world. Music change. But I prefer to keep my head up. Despite talking about the looking at the ground. I've been in the studio way too long. But you know what? People like Todd, I do think will be defeated one day. One day very soon. In fact, we do have plans in motion. Like I said, the plan wasn't that great, but you know what? It's a start. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. Screw Todd, exactly. Yes. Screw Todd. I'm going with the music on this. The music denotes my storytelling here. Totally fitting for this type of art. Just, doing my thing. Todd can't stop me from painting. He can stop me from, trying to have fun in a game and really being a good influence on a lot of people within the game, making them tougher because, they can't get away with all the bullshit that they pull, because I don't take that. I go through and I dish it back and I get reported. But that's okay because, sometimes to fight back, you got to be able to take the hits. And I just took a hit. I took one right to the nuts, right? But you know what I can say to Todd? At least I have a pair. Idiot. Only gets tough when I see a face. I have a face pareidolia. I think that is a type of pastry. I see them everywhere, LOL. Not an issue that it can stop a painting from happening for a bit. That's fascinating. Too nice. Gurks, look at... Oh, there's Gurks. There he is. Yes, screw Todd. I missed that, Zerks. Yes. Took what opinion in the Discord. Val, where did you find that? Yeah, where did you find what? See this shit. We're already in Discord. So flip it over here. We're gonna look. That can't be him. But alas, Todd will be defeated. At least we are brainstorming this. I don't think we'll have to brainstorm too hard. But one thing is, for sure, we are the good guys in this situation, I am convinced. I can't see this backfiring at all. This beautiful brushstroke. He cannot stop me from mixing badass colors and placing them down effortlessly to form what many ingrate mutant peasants like to call the sky. Gently scraping my brush across the canvas, forming the perfect cloud behind trees. Very few artists can do this. I myself was able to do this from the moment I first started painting. It was a mystery to most people because they were idiots and did not see my potential from the start. Every brushstroke is perfectly laid down. Every placement of the sky behind the leaves shapes the very leaves that I just spoke about brilliantly. I'm not going crazy. Todd did not get to me. Die! Yes. Our looting plan. We'll loot something. We'll have to unleash you upon the world. Because I think we are the good guys here. Look at that. First time for everything. Yeah, that is weird, because normally we're the bad guys. Maybe we can lure him into a ditch in the woods. I don't want to hurt Todd. I just want to have vengeance. Maybe we can... I just googled Todd and found the dorkiest one. I just began using the negative technique reverse, and I love it, yeah. They're doing good, Di. They're sick, but I think they're doing okay. Dad was a little bit more lively. He slept a lot like a couple days ago, so I think that was happening when he was first getting sick. So I think he probably got a good start on getting over it. So he's doing all right. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. You know. Anyway, right now we are going back into the painting, just touching up here and there, pieces of the sky. Painting is incredibly easy for me. It really requires zero effort. It really does. That's why I like doing it. You know, I don't like doing things that require a lot of effort. I'm good at so many things. Why would I do something I'm not good at? Right? I think that's very rational. Lewis, it's good to challenge yourself. Why? I'm already sufficient in literally everything that I do. Why would I need to challenge myself? Batman attacking them. Also, me and Zave have a theory of why you might keep getting banned and muted. I want to hear it. Just tell me right now. But also, you didn't tell me how to get... You said you had a plan to get back. Okay? I want to hear this. Miz also has a theory of what happened. Actually, and his theories sounds crazy, but it's very plausible. It actually makes sense, but I don't want to say it. Like, I'll let him tell it, or I'll tell you guys in private, because I don't want to divulge. I don't want to betray Miz's, because he didn't want to say it to anybody else. Like, I don't think he wouldn't care if you guys knew. Slowly. I'm in the background. Those books are. It's pretty funny. Yeah, it is. It's when you have. Look, I'm all for a reporting system. Actually, no, I'm not. Well, I'm not for this reporting. They have a reporting system that if enough people report, automatically a person actions are taken. Like the computer will send out specific actions, and they can kick people from games. They can prevent them from logging in automatically, right, without review. And they claim that they review it later on down the road, but still, it's not good to do that because you have the perpetually offended running the game. So you have people, like you said, who are too sensitive. They report somebody, and they could do it mass reporting if they have a lot of friends. And, and it could be unfair because they don't need to be right. They just need to have numbers. And they could do that with anything, and it's been abused before. You have people sometimes that just don't like somebody, that just report them for something. The system picks them up. That person didn't do anything, but they get kicked. So, oh, really? You did? And just FYI, I have to say this because it's a stream and I want to get in trouble. Not after Todd, okay? This is all joking. But he's a manifestation of my rage. I'm not going to divulge who this guy is. He doesn't. It's not him. Though I do believe that this gentleman, whether he's named Todd or not, did not do his job, because if he did, I would not be in this situation. Which, honestly, it's for a week. My concern is that it's going to happen again without me doing anything. So Zerix, Val, and when it does, if it happens again, I'm out for a month, and then they can just keep doing this. I agree 100% with that. So, anyway, I am going to not say anything. I won't say anything and see what happens. And if something happens again, I'll know. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's crazy. You do have to be careful, unfortunately, about what you say, because people do go overboard with it. Like, but this is it's stupid. It's dumb. It's not right. It is not right. Well, that's what I'm going to do. It's not going to be, I'm not going to say anything that even comes close. I'm going to get rid of the macros because I think what happens, Zerks, is that, I think I told you this maybe. I think I did tell you. I think what happened was I got reported for the macros because it was just annoying seeing them in there. And people just reported them. They might have put them in the abusive chat or whatever category instead of spam. Or maybe this is one and the same. And since I had just been suspended, they were on red alert with me or something, and so the automated system kicked in, and then blah blah blah, and then the rest is history. And Miz says they review the appeals, which I do believe they review appeals, but I also think that there are people there who don't like me, and for good reason, and they probably are. I don't think we're so far-fetched into thinking that they have a file on me at this point. Okay? I've said some things that would make them very mad, but it was true, especially on the forums, about some of the stuff that they do over there. So if you wanted to get a goldfish, you have to corner it and give it I like that. That's pretty funny, actually. I've been doing it as long as you with my... I know. That's why I didn't think anything would happen, was because of you, actually. Right. I know. But Zerx, I didn't say anything like beyond the macros. That's the only thing that I can think of. So now I'm going to take those macros out, and I'm just not going to say anything like bad like that. I'm not going to say anything. Do you remember that one night when we were playing, and I was playing with you and Val, and we were in the Warsong Gulch, and I looked, and I said, guys, it's giving me a warning that I've been reported several times for abusive chat by players. I said, but I haven't said anything. I don't know what's going on. The only thing I'd done were those macros. And that happened, but then it kind of died off, so I didn't think anything of it. And maybe it took that long for Blizzard to go through and do their investigations and such. But the stuff that they cited was obviously bogus because it had, happened so long ago. I'm going about this totally the wrong way. I messed that up. That's fine. Michael Scott. get past it. I am concerned it's going to happen again for something, and I don't know what. Because I don't know what I did. I didn't do anything. Thanks, Miz. I appreciate that, man. Can I tell them your theory or not? It doesn't matter. Everybody has their theories about stuff. About possibly what's going on over there, too. I don't know. Because I don't think it sounds conspiratorial at all, to be honest with you, Miz. I really don't. And I'm not saying it is what happened. It's just a theory. But it's not unreasonable to think that stuff. It's far-fetched. It is far-fetched. Yeah, it's far-fetched. Look, I don't know why. I don't know why. It could be that maybe I did do something. I don't know, whatever. There's no point in trying to figure this out, honestly. I don't think you're, you haven't done questionable stuff, though. You haven't given them leverage yet for that. And I can't see you doing it. Right? But you did get stuff, pulled in the post, right? Yeah, you haven't given them, ammo against you, as much as they might dislike you. As much as they might dislike you, you've been pretty good. I really haven't. That's the hard thing, though. No, look, I can be creative enough where I can still have fun without getting banned, I think. Yeah, whatever. Yeah. I don't know, man. We'll see. I don't know. Maybe we will figure it out. I'm just essentially at this point just going through what I started yesterday. I didn't quite finish this entire area. I was going to go into the house, but I decided not to. I might go into part of the house. I don't need to do the whole house. Yeah, you've been pretty nice. It's been pretty obvious that you've been role-playing and such. The problem I have is that I've walked that line and crossed the line quite a bit, actually. And it wouldn't be a problem if, like Dice said, people weren't snowflakes, but they are. And like last time I was suspended, it was because I told Deso, I told him he was uptight by saying I could make money off you. You're my solution to wealth. If I had a couple sticks of charcoal, all I'd have to do is shove them up your ass, and I'd get a diamond out in like 3 seconds. And then I got banned. But I didn't say ass, but I kind of did. Which, honestly, is that really that bad? Is that really that bad? No. No. Deso? Does he have a massive ego? Because, like, when that happened, okay. He might not have reported me, but I think he did, okay? Like, and I thought he did, and I never said it, but if he does, then that would make sense, because, I mean, that's my point, is that I forgot he essentially was like, I just trolled everybody. I think he was ashamed that I trolled him. And then he was calling me out on something when I was talking to somebody else, just having fun. And I essentially was just saying, dude, relax, just having fun. That's essentially what I was saying, but I said it in that way. And then he got pissed off. But, like, I'm not even mad at him. I'm not. I'm just saying, like, nothing they have said has bothered me. Nothing. I'm just saying, like, those guys try to unhinge, like, literally try to insult. They try to put down other people. They're the ones who are doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm just having fun with them. And yeah, I do deserve some of the stuff based off the rules with how I say it, but I am just having fun. He got kicked from really for constantly going on about how much more healed than the other healers as a restoration. Yeah, see, that's stupid. You know, like, who cares? Well, my point is, like, if you break it down, like, I don't care. You know, and even what I said to him, which I thought was funny, I didn't even care what he did to me, like trying to call me out. I was like, I don't care. So I just said what I said, but he cared what I said, and then just, you know, did his thing. That, you know, like, you want to start reporting me for that, and screw you. I mean, you can suck one for all I care. It's all good. So you know what I'm going to do. You know what we're going to do, Miz? He's in SAS, right? Sad alone sweaties. What we're gonna do is we're gonna farm him. We're going to get him, and we're going to teabag him. All right, that's what's gonna happen. It's all right. Look at that. Yeah. We're going to do something. We'll figure out something in-game to do, yeah. Yeah, he's in SAS now, right? SAS is the new Hydra as far as I'm concerned. Which I'm glad they're there. Gives us some drama where... Coquette, yeah, we're... Oh, I'm banned, by the way, from Warcraft. Just saying. That's the news, all right? And I announced that I had unsubbed. Yeah. Yeah, so we're coming up with these theories. Hence, Todd was the name given on the report for the appeal and stuff. So I'm just taking it on Todd right now. But we've just been doing all this drama and stuff. Yeah, I'm banned until Wednesday, I think. Stupid, man. I really need a break. I need an outlet. I don't have one right now. I've been watching it after my mom and dad, and it has been a rough as shit week. I need an outlet. And I was thinking, it was funny because I had logged in on Tuesday to get the Holy build. And by the way, for the 2 or 3 of you guys, or 1 probably, who's watching this for the painting, I'm sorry. And you can ask me an art question. I'm sorry if this doesn't make sense, especially Kathy, if you're still there. Ask me an art question and I'll switch gears. I just, it's fun to talk about nerd stuff and paint at the same time. But Tuesday, I was thinking about, I logged in really quick on Tuesday morning because I needed to get Zerx a build for a paladin. And I logged in, got it. And I was like, I said to myself, it's nice, I'm looking forward to playing later. I need a break. Because it's just been one of those weeks. One of those weeks. Took my dad in. I got dreadfully sick the same day and then gave it to them. Bad. Not good. It was hard. It's hard. I have to rehab dad. I have to carry him everywhere. Taking time out of work. Ooh, it's rough. It is rough. But I have to do it. So I'm doing it. It's all good. About 20 minutes later, I get an email saying I'm banned. It's like, what? And they said for abusive chat. And they cited things that I had said months ago. And everything I said prior, after my last suspension, which I got suspended for that charcoal up the ass comment to Deso, because Deso has a big ego and he reported me probably. So I got suspended. Wait, no, that was something else. That was the forum ban. Yes, that was the forum ban. Oh yeah, I got silenced for some stuff that I did deserve to get silenced for. But anyway, I hadn't done anything since. Anyway, it's just a mess. Civility. Yeah, it was bad timing. Any other week would have been fine. Actually, it wouldn't have been fine. I'd still be pissed. So, yeah, we will see. We'll see what happens. Let's go in with the dagger on this shit. I don't know why I'm looking at them. I'm kind of making them up now at this point. Who's gonna cast 30 tables for me? Xerxes will do it. He's just as good, if not better. Zerks is probably as mad as I am about this. I mean, he's pretty pissed. Oh yeah, Cricket, I was really upset. I mean, like, angry at them. I was very, 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 very angry. It was totally uncalled for. I tried to appeal it, and then they said they looked through, and I told them, I said, the stuff y'all are citing me for happened like months before it happened months before. Like, I've been suspended since, so why are you getting, they said, oh, well, we reviewed it. The last time I appealed, and then they responded to my appeal, they cited the evidence that they said, this is what you said specifically. They didn't do that this time. They just said, we reviewed it and it's being upheld. So they didn't even give the evidence this time. They just banned me. They said they're going to ignore everything else that I write about. It's pretty funny. Serious. Soft the edge of the stuff, man. Some football up there. All right, Di, no worries, man. You do your thing. That's really funny, Coquette. That's really funny, actually. I know. That's why I titled this the way that I did. This whole thing is stupid. just gonna keep on moving. Lots of trees, lots of trees. I'm gonna paint this. So last month, when I was throwing him in the dumpster, he yelled out something about about how hockey should be illegal because of the fights. He would. This is trying to rally up Val and Zerx. They're already rallied over this. Rallied. Oh no. It's fine. Something like that. Something like that. Just keep on. It's like you're right. Impression. Get the impression. Keep getting the impression. A couple more leaves on the side. The final word is about croquette. Crockett. Kind of works at a distance. There's a little bit more transition into it though. Something there. Kind of works. It's FAA style right there, bitch. Kind of. Now we go into it with a little bit lighter branch colors. Get a little three-dimensional effect. That's what we do. Tagging, what's up? Bonjour. Bonjour. Crochet. I knew that. I was just kidding. I was just testing you. I was just knitting with a hook like a parrot. Like a pirate. Just go past that. I'm going to go past this. Like a parrot. All right. Doing the hood. Pirates, I see. Where you came from. Well, parents are associated with pirates, I see where you came from. I just mispronounced. Guess I'm being stupid. All right. And I said parrots. I said parrots. 8. Let us see what else needs to happen. And I've been working on this area for quite some time. There's a lot going on there. Let me peel the camera away. Y'all can see a full shot. We used to do this more as show the entire painting all at once. Let me find a place to put this. Remember not to forget that brush. One of the worst things is that, like, at the end of the day with me, I'll clean everything up, and I've cleaned my brushes like a billion times, and so I'm sick of cleaning brushes. So I go, I clean my brushes, come back, all set to leave. And then I find one brush that I placed elsewhere that needs to be cleaned. And so I have to go back and re-clean that one brush. This is the painting. Main screen is going to black out just for a second. It's going to be right back on. In a second. We're going to see how this looks from a distance. And then I might actually go into the housework parts of it, just get my mind moving with it. So this is essentially what we have. 3, 2, 1. And that is the shot right there. Let me get this out of the way. So you can kind of see, this is quite nice because I have this, the entire background mostly painted in. So what I'm going to do is, like, I have to add flowers and bushes and such. So these little boxwood bushes going across here. It's going to be nice, right? But what I need to do, I need to really start fixing the drawing, adding color in, getting the brush stroke, tagging. I looked at Mark Boge's work today, and his work is too impressionistic for what this gentleman would want. But I have an idea of how I might paint the wood, but I just don't know. This painting is on wood. Yeah. All right, Miz, I'll see you, buddy. Take care. Thanks for being here, man. I'm going to sleep. The TV was on, so I said it doesn't bother me if I can sleep now. I'll watch a whole episode of Turkish telenovela. No sleep. Yeah, so anyway, this is where we're at right now. So I'll, let's see, what should we go into? Obviously, I need to catch the chimney up, but see, the whole house needs to be repainted. And I'm also not done with the background. I'm going to go back into everything and just tighten up, fix things, but it doesn't necessarily need to be like completely repainted. I just need to go back and fix a couple things up, maybe embellish a little here, there, add a little detail. We have shadows on the ground, which in the photograph, which is right here, let me bring the photograph up. As you can tell, the shadows are going up, like up onto the house, which I like. The reason why I didn't put those in is because my client likes having everything just nice and bright, you know, and so I even took some off the lawn because in a previous painting that I had done of a vineyard for him, this painting was painted, but from this angle back here. These are little vineyard posts, like where you know the vines wrap around and such. And I was actually down the field this way, painting it from this side, and he actually had me take some of the shadows out that I had placed on the ground because it is made of bricks. And so I'm going to have to, you know, put a bit of a texture there. But I'm not going to obviously paint the cement and all that stuff. I'm going to try to just paint an impression, you know, a vague impression. But it's all about getting the proper perspective and the drawings, and so getting the lines correct and such. That's what it's all about with this. This one is the one note. Wait a second. Shutting off one of these lights. I don't need this one. There we go. That's it. Save some energy. Anyway, that's it. So I'm going to. Yeah, he actually told me that. Yeah, he told me to mow the lawn in the painting after I had already embellished everything, right? I had already, you know, like worked on the grass and it looked beautiful, and I had to repaint everything. So the problem is I'm a little bit paranoid about artistically what I would do. No, he's actually not lazy. It's just the man is, I think, like 80 years old. And he works all the time, and he does mow the lawn. But this is a vineyard. It's an entire field. It's not just like an acre. And it's not even where he lives. This is out in Lexington. He lives in Winston-Salem. So he has, I think, like an acre property already, maybe a little bit less, half an acre, in a nice area. But he has a lawn and everything. I'm sure he has lawn service for it. But he also still does volunteer work at the VA, which is like the hospital for our veterans. You know what? The wine is not bad. The first year it was not good, but then it got progressively better. And the last glass I had, I thought was decent. I thought it was very good. It was red. I had some red wine, and I forgot what I had though, but. It was really good. Once you let it sit out for a little bit, it was good. I had ankle surgery, and I could not walk. And right before I had the surgery, though, I got a commission to do a portrait of a man who was terminally ill. He was like 87, 88. He was very old, and he had cancer, and they gave him 2 months to live, or 3 months to live. And so I had my surgery, and then I rested for I couldn't stand for 3 or 4 weeks, but when I could, I would hop in here and I would paint him, and managed to get the painting done before his date of expiration, if that makes sense. And then he lived to another 3 years, which was quite amazing. But still, I got that done. And that was something I was fighting the clock. And the man, of course, he wasn't sad, because when you're that old, for the most part, most people, I think, are ready to go. And he was excited. He was like, yeah, I'm ready to go. So anyway, that was a couple of years ago. That's happened before. One time, one of my clients, she did have a stroke. So I had to finish it off of a photograph, which was very difficult. That was lesson learned. All right. I had to go off pictures that I had taken before, and I hadn't taken any of this particular one because at the time I was not going off photographs. I didn't know how to photograph. I didn't have this camera right here that I work from. I didn't know how to take a picture, so sometimes that stuff happens. But now, even if I do go off of real life, even if it's a portrait commission from real life, I'll still take a picture of them just in case, right? Just in case something happens to them where they can't pose. This is just a little bit of walnut oil to make it a little bit more easy to paint on. I can see the values, which really didn't change anything at all. All right, going in, this is a synthetic brush. And now what I'm going to do, let's try to get the color. Okay, got it. And I am going to do my best to do a little bit of color variation. I'm going to try to push the color in some areas, and if it becomes ridiculous, that's fine. I can always reel it back in, right? No. Almost. Yeah, actually, so I had a very good friend who was a priest. And he passed away probably about um, year and a half ago. A very nice man. And he kept on saying how he was like, I just want to die. He was 85. I mean, 86, 87, somewhat. He was up there. You know, from Germany, tough. Right. Yeah, I want to die. He's like, what's so great about living? He's like, when people die, we should be happy. But you know, if you believe in an afterlife, a good one, then yeah, it makes sense. So, and he did. So it made sense. And he was, you know, he couldn't move, right? You know, he'd shuffle everywhere he walked, and he's used to, you know, the man used to run, you know, these marathons back in the day. He used to run all the time. When you can't run, you have to shuffle everywhere and such. So, like, yeah, I want to die. This is an experiment. I don't think this is the right way to go about it. Well, this is very subtle, but I can get a slight impression of the wood this way. I just don't know if it's going to be an attractive thing to look at. And I really have to make them pretty thin too. And also, I just screwed this up. Damn it. You have to get the... I don't know if that's really going to work. The perspective right. Hi, Lokima. Ciao, Lokima. What's up, buddy? What are you up to? What are you doing? Pleased with your posts. I like seeing figure work. It makes Papa Lou proud. What actually darken? And then I'm gonna blue this out. More blue, lighten up some. This might be too light. Nope, that's good. This is what I want. This comes here. And this is going to come up. Goes up some. And then... Cool. All right. That's all right. Recharge your batteries. You died on hardcore. Hey, how did you like that? I want to ask you about that game. And Tegan, even if you don't believe in afterlife, just the thought of eternity sleeping and not having a conscience is a beautiful thing to an old man that's seen some shit. I guess. That would be kind of scary, don't you think? Maybe. So Ilokimo, did you, let me tell you, oh, and Coquette, are you still there too? I have a question for you if you played Diablo. But I guess my main thing is, Oh, you are? Okay, so I don't want to stay in pain. Huh. I mean, I guess that makes sense, but when it comes down to it, wouldn't you be a little bit afraid? I would. But I can see not wanting to stay in pain. So yeah, Coquette Ilakimo. My thing is, I don't like in Diablo 4, like I haven't played it, but I don't like how you're not going to be able to switch talents later on. And I also don't like the bag space. Those two things. Like, they need to make more bag space, right? Where do you guys think of those two things? Was that an issue? Yeah, but not eternally. You know you're going to wake up. I mean, yeah, without a guarantee to wake up, but you still think you're going to wake up. You haven't had one yet? Okay, I've switched talents like 5 times already. But like every time you do, you have to pay and the cost goes up. Like, isn't that some bullshit? Why do they do that? Son of a bitch. Let me get the camera back. So I gotta be careful. I got you, low chemo. Bag space is the best it's ever been. In my opinion, I can hold a ton for a Diablo game. Okay, that's good. Then have a new go until you feel like you know stuff. Gotcha. So, Ilokimo, you like doing the hardcore, and just you like the hardcore. That's your thing. That's cool. I think I wouldn't be afraid. I would be afraid thinking that. Wait, I think I wouldn't be afraid if afraid. Okay, wait. I would be afraid of thinking that I haven't done something I should have done in life, like getting a boring job for the rest of my life and not pursuing something I love. Interesting. Option to correct is nice. Something like this, and then let me lose main camera just for a second. Fix this. Let me give a better shot for us. It's gonna be at an angle, but it doesn't really matter for what I'm doing right now. I'm gonna center it in there. That's pretty good. There's this. Come on. There it is. All right, now I should be less likely to knock it over. Because those two things have been my main concern for the game, but it looks pretty cool. Also, the fact that I don't want to give Blizzard money right now, unfortunately. So I just like so. I just like so many paths. But there are different play styles. Like, what if you are in game, you just get bored and you want to do something else, or your play style gets nerfed, and there's like a better play style. Makes you feel the real stakes, like my character died today from the final explosion of some stupid mini boss. One shot. That sucks. Yeah. I want to say goodbye to everyone I know and forgive. I have to forgive. Yeah, tag in. That makes sense, man. Let me go in, get a darker color. That makes sense. You see that? This is some strong cerulean right here. Let's see what this does. putting a couple marks here and there. I'm going to just spread this around. Switch the blues up. Put a little bit down here. Like switching that up. Okay. And you all is kind of a non-issue anyway. Wait a second. Oh, it's not. It's a non-issue. Okay. I would want to say eternity, even from an atheist perspective, is a wonderful idea. We don't know if the world repeats or not. Huh. All right. What should I do for that? I'm going to go for the lighter values here. And I'm going to just try the cerulean in the lighter values, see how that looks. Kind of like, it's nice taking some of the colors, especially cerulean, because there's so much cerulean up in the sky, and to repeat them on the actual building. But I'm purposefully kind of just doing impressions and switching up the color, like, you know, in the shadows and stuff, just to make it something interesting to look at. So when you step back, it plays off each other. When you look up close, you're like, that color isn't on there, right? But from further back, your eyes kind of blend it together, and your brain does all the work and makes it look more vibrant. It's a good way of working. So optical illusions. Play with their minds, right? So you get a lot of money. What are you doing right now, Coquette? Are you working, or are you playing, or whatever? This way. It's quite nice. There you go. You have the impression of the wood. That actually does work. I don't know if you can tell. I was brushing my dog, now starting dinner. All right, sounds good. Well, thanks for being here. It sounds like you're pretty busy. It's nice having you. So this is kind of crazy. I'm cutting into something that is half dry right now. It's kind of as an experiment. See how this works. I'm just going to lightly build this up and try to get an impression. I feel like, oh good, you got me on the phone, awesome. I feel like if I was there, I can rub my hands through that and feel every brush stroke, which is amazing to me. Awesome, man, that's what I'm trying to do. But then I have to run like heck, because I imagine you running after me. The painting isn't dry. Nice. I'm just trying to get, like I said, the impression, so it's not going to be totally precise, but it needs to kind of make sense from back here, and it's not quite doing that yet, so I'm pressing the darks into it right now, but then I can start later on bringing some of the lights out from there, and then I can slowly just refine and make adjustments. So it's essentially right now I'm just trying to work on base. See, that was a little bit too dark, but it should even itself out. And I'm doing this because I do believe that my client does want something like this. I do think that he would want something like this. I don't know if you can really tell what I'm doing with this, but it's a little something. I can start bringing some of the light out from there. Let me see if I have, oh yes, I have another small brush too. So let me just experiment. This is 100% experimental right now with what I'm doing. Touch of orange. So I have some Creminence white, which is lead white. It's lead, so you got to be careful. Touch of yellow ochre, the Indian red, which is what I'm using. Normally, you know, for years I was using cadmium red and using Indian red just because I think Taggin had mentioned it, so I was trying it. It's nice. So I'm going to go in now. I can do variations, kind of bring the wood out and tighten things up if I really want to, which is nice. So I think I can get this to work, but I just have to be careful not to get like just too detailed with this, honestly. I don't want to get detailed with this. I don't know if I really like that, to be honest with you. Let me try something else. So we're just going to slowly bring this back to how it was, this part. That I might leave just for a second. And I'm going to start doing a little bit of color variation. So this is me experimenting because I was talking to Taggin yesterday. I can't figure out how I want this painted. It could be that it just simply was not dried yet. Maybe the synthetic brush is too smooth for what I'm doing right now. So I'm actually going over it with some variations of orange. I'm just going to go through and smooth this out again. Let's do this. Take some of my napkin, paper towel. Take some of this off. There you go. There you go. That's fine. That's fine. Same here. There you go. Makes it a little bit better, and then soften that edge. So it's kind of back to normal. I need to figure out how I'm going to paint that. I think one of the best ways to paint it, instead of going through with the lines, I think what I do is go over it with kind of a slightly darker value. And I'm going to put some variation within that value of warms and cools. Let that dry, and then I can paint over it with a light value and slowly bring the light up, but I'm not drawing actual lines in. I think that's the best way of doing it. I'm just trying to be creative here with this. I'm trying to think of what makes it look attractive. I don't want to draw lines in for the sake of drawing lines and it not looking good. But I have the lines. Right? I'm talking about the wooden beams. Alright, so there's a lot of strategy with painting. You know, you kind of have to think a couple steps ahead, especially when you haven't done something before. You have to be creative and patient. You can't always expect to get it done within the first sitting. Alright, so I'll just take this as an opportunity to repaint part of this. I'm going to push the color. Actually going in with the orange right here, warming this up, putting variations of it up top, kind of bringing it all over, just layering it up top, which is what I want to do. There you go. So I'm warming it up some, and then what I'll also do, I'll go in with some cools and cool down areas next to it. Let's do a little bit warmer orange. This might be too much, but it's okay. It's good to have some solid color to this stuff. I don't think I'm going to mess this up. Whoops. That was an accident. There we go. So we're just slowly building up some color, and this, as an experiment, I'm gonna go and add some cerulean into this. Darken it just a little bit. That may be too much. Lighten it back up. A little bit more cerulean. Let's get the value, then you get the color. And then I'm gonna go and where I did not put as much of the orange, I'm going to go and put the cerulean in vertical strokes. Try to fix the drawing underneath at the same time. There we go. It's here and there. Seeing how that's going to work. I'm not sure if it is going to work, but we'll see. Go up top here before I have to move the camera. And this is like a light glaze almost. Yeah, I am a little bit lost on how I want to do this. You're replanting your AeroGarden lettuce. Did I say that right? We're going to name one Crin, post updates on his. What's AeroGarden? That's really funny. AeroGarden lettuce. It's a hydroponics garden device. Oh, no way. Hydroponics. It's like self-watering? Is that what that is? Let's, let me get the camera out some. So I know, like, I'm painting kind of off the camera, but I don't know if y'all can tell I put some subtle color. And this is actually not as white as it can go. Check this out. This is really cool. Now, if this is as white as it can go, I'm screwed. But watch this. Okay. The lightest light-ish part, let's say around here. Watch this. That's the lightest light. Wait, can y'all tell? Yeah, you can tell. I can tell even more here. But that's as light as I can push it. Do you see? So even so, I have expertly subdued the light values while making most people think it's as light as I can go. But it isn't. Let's fix this. It's fine. The reason why that's good is I can bring the light up from there. Which is what I wanted. Cool. That's really cool. Fascinating. Yes, yes. I think I'm going to end the stream here because I need to go check on my parents, and I'm also sick of painting. I'll paint this later. But I have gotten in my head how I do want to paint certain things, which is good. This is a good thing. So I'm going to take that off. So, yeah. It's all right. It's good. Working on the house. Making it what the client wants. That's the main thing. Guys, thank you so much for being here. Y'all have a very nice weekend. I don't know what I'm going to be doing. I'm so incredibly bored right now. Don't know. But I'm done painting for now. So you guys, y'all are awesome. Y'all take care. Die, Coquette. I know. I'm paranoid, Coquette. I feel like I was checking my email the last couple days, and it was like I was just waiting to get banned. Then I got banned for something. Because I'm paranoid. It's either Twitch or something on YouTube I did wrong, or I don't know.